What's up, everybody? My name is Wallo, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Game Plan TV. And basically, the purpose of this channel is just we're gonna connect dots. We're gonna connect dots about what is happening in the world right now, especially when it comes to the technological financial system or financial technology, fintech, as most people would call it. You know, excuse me. Throat's a bit scratchy there, but yeah, I just wanna take you guys through some dot connecting and help you basically, or not even help you, but just show you what I'm doing. Like, none of what I say, don't take that as financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm literally just showing people um what it is that I'm doing and how I go about my research and how I go about dot connecting and putting together a game plan to take full advantage of the opportunity that's been laid before all of us. Because what's happening here is just stupid. Like it's in front of our faces. It's so obvious. The information is available. All we have to do is open our eyes, do a little bit of work, you know, do a little bit of reading and trying to understand where can we find value in the information that's being put before us so that we can know what to do with that information, you know what I'm saying? And I'm also just quite frankly just tired of people telling me I'm crazy when I tell them that certain things are gonna happen and like they just don't believe it. So this is another way of just, you know, holding myself accountable, putting the information out there, putting my money where my mouth is with regards to all the information that I'm going to be showing you. And yeah, basically, let's jump straight into it. So, this is the first video, and basically, what I want to cover um, is something called the ISO standard, right? So, a lot of the stuff I'm going to be covering is going to be crypto based information. You know, you Bitcoin, well, even though I don't believe in Bitcoin, don't own any Bitcoin, not planning to own any Bitcoin, but yeah, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, which is you'll definitely find out as this channel continues that XRP is definitely a favorite. But this channel is just mainly about how blockchain technology and distributed ledger technology is going to change our lives the exact same way the internet did. So yeah, and I just basically want to show you like how these cryptos. I'm gonna connect the dots in the information that we're gonna go through, but how these cryptos are actually going to have a massive impact on the wealth transfer and the resource transfer that's actually about to happen. A lot of people think it's already happened, but we're just getting started. We're literally getting started, guys. The crypto market is the best performing market over the past 10 years. No market's done better than the crypto market. That's facts. That's just facts. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a PhD in order to find that out. You don't need none of that. It's the best performing asset class over the past 10 years. Fact, stamp. Nobody can go against that. Whoever tried go against that's drunk. Okay? But anyways, let's get started. So, I want to show you guys this is the ISO 222 system, and basically it's a single standardization approach, methodology, process, and res- repository to be used by all financial standard initiatives, right? So basically, this is a global financial payments system standard that a lot of financial service providers are basically now going to start adopting the standard of messaging, right? There used to be another system called ISO 1000 for businesses, if I'm not mistaken. And basically, if you're ISO certified, you're able to interact with other businesses, and if they're ISO certified, you already understand how they go about with regards to their payment processes if they're a financial institution and how they handle their money, right? Right now, currently in South Africa, we are on the system that we are using is Swift. That's the banking system. That's the international banking system that we're using. That's a messaging system, right? And it's basically what we use in order to be able to send money cross border to other countries, right? That is the current system that we're using here in South Africa, and it's also a system that basically almost every other single country is on the Swift system as well, right? So you've got this ISO system, and um, it's the exact same thing. This is the Swift website, the global messaging system that all the banks use. Whether you use Standard Bank or FNB, when you're getting money um, from another country and they need you to put in a Swift code, this is the global messaging system so that they know where and which country they're sending the money to, which account the money is getting sent to. And on the Swift website themselves, they have it written here that they're going to be adopting the ISO 222 standard, right? And they even have a timeline for here, acting on feedback from the community. Swift will enable ISO 222 message for cross-border payments and cash reporting businesses starting from the end of 2022. It's 2021 now. ISO 2022 was started in 2004, right? So they've been on this mission. A lot of banks, a lot of big boys have been on this mission, and I'm about to show you that right now. Right here we've got the Bank of England basically also announcing themselves that a new messaging standard for UK payments, ISO 222. This is the Bank of England, one of the largest central banks in the world, announcing that they're going to be adopting the ISO 222 um, banking system, right? We can even go and check the Federal Reserve Bank, the largest central bank in the world, right? They've also came out and announced that they're also going to be looking to adopt the ISO 222 messaging system um, in order to speed up the real time gross payment system, right? They've announced that this is what they're going to be doing. They've also provided the timeline. The proposed migration to the ISO 2022 message format would take place in three phases, beginning in 2020 and ending in 2023. Right? Look at that. You've got the Central Bank of the United States prepping to change to the system. You've got the ISO 222 system prepping for change in the UK, and you've got Swift, who said that they would be starting at the end of 2022, right? I'll go a step further just to bring it closer to home. This is on the Swift website once again. We have, um, if we go a little bit higher, we've got Swift actively collaborating with the Payment Association of South Africa, which is called PASA, and the South African Reserve Bank on the real-time gross settlement renewal and ISO 222 adoption, which is due to go live in November 2022, which is next year, right? So we can see that all these central banks are prepping to change to the standardized system, right? Not just the central banks, but the global messaging providers as well, such as Swift, which we are using here in South Africa, and majority of the other countries are also using, right? And these are central banks. These are the big boys. These are the guys that decide everything that goes on with the money, right? And then we have the digital assets that will be involved as well with also standardizing their payment systems to the ISO 222 system. And this is on Ripple's website. Ripple use XRP. XRP is a cryptocurrency that was developed by um, Mark Schwartz, if I'm not mistaken, Mark or Matt Schwartz, who's the CTO of Ripple, the Chief Technical Officer, and Jed McCaleb, who's another co-founder of the XRP ledger. Jed left Ripple and went and started the Stellar Network, which developed the cryptocurrency XLM. But Jed is also one of the co-founders of the XRP ledger and the cryptocurrency XRP, right? And Ripple have basically formulated a business where they use XRP in order to solve liquidity issues with regards to being able to send real-time cross-border payments in real time, right? Sending money from America to South Africa immediately, quickly, without wasting any time. And on here, they announced this in June 2020, ISO shaping the future of cross-border payments. And Ripple themselves, excuse me, guys, Ripple themselves have basically stated here that they are part of the ISO 22 registration management group standards body and the first member focused on distributed ledger technology. Ripple became the first blockchain technology company, distributed ledger technology company, to be part of the ISO 222 standardization. This is confirmation that Ripple's working with the big boys. And you need to understand, XRP is designed for all the money. When I mean all the money, I mean all the money, right? They're working with people that are moving to a standard that it will be majorly represented by central banks, the Bank of England, the South African Reserve Bank, the Federal Reserve Bank of the United States of America. You know, the European Central Bank will also be adopting the ISO 222 system for real-time gross settlements, cross-border payments, payment systems, messaging systems, interbank, and banks will have no choice but to adopt the system, right? And just to solidify this system and this global change that is unfolding right before our very eyes, we have this institution that's based in Europe, and they're called the International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, right? INATBA, if I'm saying, yeah, INATBA, right? And INATBA offers public and private developers, users of DLT, which stands for Distributed Ledger Technology, a global forum to interact with regulators, right? So people like your FSCA, your Competition Commission, your National Credit Regulator, those are your regulators and policymakers, and bring blockchain technology to the next stage. These are associations that will be working with regulators and policymakers to bring blockchain forward to the rest of the general public, right? And you can see who the members are. This will give you a better insight on how to connect the dots on what cryptocurrency projects you need to be selecting, right? And if you take a look, we've got Accenture here. Accenture is a investor, one of the major shareholders in Ripple, which is this company, right? And they're part of this organization. You've got Aave, which is another cryptocurrency project. You've got Algorand, which is another cryptocurrency blockchain project. You've got massive guys here in the blockchain space who are part of this INATBA association and are working with regulators and policymakers to make blockchain a real thing and to regulate the industry so that people have got a good understanding. You've got the Cardano Foundation, you've got Cashlink, you've got Cargo, you've got all these massive blockchain companies as well as companies outside blockchain um, who will be part of this association. So now I just want to show you one final thing. We have this interledger protocol, right? And basically what this is it's a bunch of different organizations that are interlinked and intertwined with each other with regards to um, the global payment system. Not just the global payment system, but we've also got the INATBA founding members, right? Which is these guys, which is basically, excuse me, which is basically uh, the guys that started this organization, the founding members of the International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, are part of this huge network. And when I mean huge, I mean the players that are part of this network are absolutely massive, right? We've got JP Morgan, which is one of the most powerful investment banks in the US, right? We've got Swift. We just spoke about Swift. Swift is probably the biggest global banking messaging system in the world that is connected and plugged in to the Corda network. Now, the Corda network is a ISO certified is a ISO 222 certified blockchain system that does not have its own cryptocurrency. So basically, these guys designed their own blockchain, which is based on distributed ledger technology, but they didn't create their own cryptocurrency, right? Instead, Zinfin went and developed their own cryptocurrency, but they put it on the Corda network. Swift has been plugged into this, right? But the Corda network is also plugged in to the Interledger protocol, which is the XRP ledger, which is mainly being run because Ripple hold most of the XRP by Ripple, who are also one of the founding members of Inatba. You've got IOTA, another crypto project. You've got Stellar, who are in close partnerships with IBM. You've got Accenture, who are one of the founding members, also a major investor in Ripple. We've got Circle, who developed the stablecoin USD coin. Circle is owned by Jack Dorsey's Twitter. He's one of the founders. And you've got Algorand as well, who are also plugged in and who are also ISO 222 certified. So this is just basically how you can go about and find all this information available to you on the internet. And literally, all you have to do is connect the dots. That's really the only thing that you have to do is just connect these dots because all this information is out there. It's official information. This is the Federal Reserve official website. You know, this is Swift, the official website of Swift. They're telling you what they're doing. You know, we can go on PASA, Payment Association of South Africa, and South African Reserve. Let's just say SARB ISO 222. And on PASA, this is PASA, this is a government website, the National Payment System Framework and Strategy. The accuracy of information in South Africans shall not be such as ISO. They're speaking about ISO 22 here. This is a South African Reserve Bank document that is available to us. It's available to the public. It's on the website. You can download all this stuff and you can see. They're showing you the national payment system stakeholders. All this information is available. It's the question of going on the internet, typing in the questions that you need answered, and you download this stuff. Like, it's really there available because nobody's coming to save you. Like, you need to understand that things are changing, things are moving fast, and you need to get on this boat before this boat leaves because it's definitely going to leave. And once it leaves, like, it's going to be difficult to get in. It's going to be extremely difficult to get in because most of the stuff is not designed for us. Everybody's looking at Bitcoin, but no one's looking at the other projects. Everyone's looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I think Bitcoin's a scam, you know? The only issue is I love cryptocurrencies, but I think Bitcoin's an absolute shitcoin, and I think the only cryptos that you should be buying are guys that are doing real things, that are working with big boys, big money, and Ripple is doing that, you know. So yeah, this is the first video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this information was valuable to you guys. Um, and yeah, see you in the next episode. Boom, we out.